Welcome back, YouTube. Titan Fragrances here, a channel where I discuss my experience on old, new, upcoming stuff to help you along in your journey. Maybe my experience can give you some insight on what you might be looking at. If you like this kind of content, if you would, give me a big subscribe, give me some comments so I can do some interaction, which is the best thing about it all. And get notified, hit the bell so you can get future video updates. Now, the one thing this is going to be is it's commonly for me, this is a top 5 in my collection. And you can see my collection back here. I constantly get, and I enjoy the interaction, is what are my favorites. So I thought about this a little bit, and I really wanted to go with the 3 separate things that I see, how I break them down. You got designer, of course, most common. You got your niche, and then you got your indies or independents. So I figured instead of making one big long video, I'm going to go with 3 shorter videos. That way I can get through it, and whichever one you're more interested in, of course, you can go. I encourage you to check them all, give you my takes on why I feel that they are bottle worthy, why I feel they're going to be in my collection always. So without further ado, this is a designer one. And just so you know, like how we typically classify designer, niche, and all that stuff, but designers typically, they do more than just fragrances. So that being said, I know some of these have lines that are the private lines, that there are more of a niche, more creative frags, and they're definitely on the higher end of the spectrum. But I'm going to cover the ones that aren't in that, because there is some that fall into that. But so I'm going to give you an honorable mention, and I'm going to start with that one first. Honorable mention for me is going to be Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. Now I think Paco Rabanne gets a lot of hate in the community, kind of maybe almost like a group hate, group mentality thinking, in my opinion. Up until about a year and a half ago, I really didn't know 1 million. I never really smelled it, wasn't that big into it. My collection journey has started about a year and a half ago, probably in the fall, be about 2 years or so. This one I don't think takes such the same as the regular 1 million. I think it does its own thing. I definitely put a big dent in this one. I really enjoy it. It makes the honorable mention because my wife really loves it on me. It's probably her number one, as you'll probably see in other videos, but it isn't at the level of the other ones, and you're going to see here shortly on what I mean. But honorable mention, I think it's a great one on its own. It is a little sweet, but it definitely does multiple occasions. Great fragrance in my opinion. First one we'll start with is the Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Okay, so this one is very gorgeous, luxurious. Man, Tom Ford does some great stuff. This is definitely, the reason is probably, there's no particular order, but this one probably makes the bottom of the 5, just because I think versatility for me, more colder weather, fall, wintertime for sure, and here down in the South, we don't get a lot of that. We're definitely spring, summer. You know, I mean, it's definitely that here down in Texas. So it cracks in the top 5, but it's a gorgeous scent. And I haven't had it super long time, but it definitely is making my list. It's one of the top ones that I would definitely have, and I think is a bottle worthy fragrance. Gorgeous scent. Give it a shot. On to the next one. Platinum Egoise Classic Gentlemanly Fragrance, Boss Fragrance. Man, this thing is clean. I think it just really comes off as a great signature scent, office scent. You could wear this anywhere, anytime. I think it's just a very gorgeous modern man scent. So it definitely had to be in this one. I would definitely, so glad I got this one and is it part of the collection. Next thing I'm going to go with is Prada. This one probably needs no introduction. You see it on the list, but gorgeous scent. Prada L'Homme, the regular one. I got the Intense and the other one too, but this one is just a very luxurious, soapy scent, and it is versatile beast. You could wear this anywhere. I like to wear fragrances all the time, so sometimes if the occasion may not call for a screamer, may just want to be clean, may want to be soapy, and just smell luxurious, this is the one right here. You can wear it almost in anything. And it's got to make a list. It's got to be a bottle worthy. Even if you get a small bottle, just to have it in your collection, this thing will be a workhorse for you. This one here, and you hear it from different fragrance groups and stuff, but Ultimate Gentlemanly Fragrance, Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. I purchased this bottle, of course. So hats off to you, George. I mean, I really got this because everyone reviewing it, everyone that talked about it, really more so talked about the man himself. And I've had many interactions with him, many conversations with him. He is downright legit, the cares about helping the FragCom and really being a part of FragCom. And he did it by creating a luxurious, almost Frugières type of style, like a barbershop's type of style with the lavender. But the quality of ingredients in this is just the incense and everything just in it. It's just sheer class, luxurious. It's definitely for me like a special occasions kind of thing. Although you could wear this anytime and you will be right in line. It has a perfect amount of projection, lasts. And again, the quality ingredients really in the blend of it really speaks for itself. There's no sharp edges on here. Everything blends super well together. And like I said, I'm all for supporting those that have great customer service and are really proud and are going to have, they're not just going to put their name on anything. And George has done just that. Everything, he personalizes all his purchases. It's amazing that he does that. That's why he's always selling out of his products. They normally find them at Nordstrom's or on his website. But I'm telling you, will always be in my collection. Gorgeous scent. Gentlemanly scent. This is probably not someone for a little teenage kid or even a young man. This is definitely for someone who's got their crap together. They're successful, moving towards success. Just a very gentlemanly fragrance. If you haven't checked this out, get online. He sends out free samples, things like that. But I guarantee you get a sample, this is going to be on your hit list. So my number 2 on there. And last but not least, hasn't been in my collection in a long time. And this made my 4 for life. Obviously, the ones that are going to be on here, probably on my 4 for life. Fahrenheit Parfum. It is a little harder to find, but it is well worth you getting your hands on this. For those that remember Fahrenheit, that violet in Fahrenheit is quite sharp. It comes off almost in the petrol-y sense. What they've done with this one, they ratcheted down that violet. Still in there, it's gorgeous, but it doesn't come off petrol-y because they've also thrown in this beautiful leather in there, and it just comes off and blends so well. Ultimately, I've fallen in love with this fragrance. It's always going to be in my collection. Gorgeous scent. It lasts all day. And it's just, you're going to love it. It is a gorgeous scent. If the Eau de Toilette, the Fahrenheit, the original, was a little too powerful, too much on the petrol-y side, give this one a shot. You're gonna see it. You're gonna feel that DNA. But boy, does this thing really speak to me. And again, that's the one thing about fragrances. It's what speaks to you. There's no bad one if that's what you enjoy. And if you like it, just go ahead and wear it. Okay? Don't fall into the pitfalls of narrowing yourself in just to certain ones because of what the group mentality is. Find what you like, the types of notes that you like, and wear those. Ultimately, you'll be happier that way. And again, these are meant to be worn. So just don't throw them on the shelf now. This many back here, I try to wear a lot, but there's no way I'm going to get through them all. But I do try to cycle through them all. And of course, now that springtime will be coming, there's going to be more in the rotation. And I know as time progresses, I know my taste has changed quite a bit. But I'm telling you, these right here, I think would make in any collection. And you will be really excited. Get your nose on these. See what you think. If down in the comments down below, go ahead, shoot me what you think. If you have questions on any of these or anything else you may see in the background, I'd be glad. I try to get to everyone's comments. Really love that interaction. And again, I want to wish y'all a very blessed evening, blessed day. Thank you for tuning in.